Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And the way that these videos work is that we start with some questions from the audience. This means that you can pop your question down below and then I'll answer it in tomorrow's video. Then I show you some not business stats, but business stats. It is a sheet that I fill out every single day for social growth, but also my revenue, cash, and costs. Then I speak to you about my to-do list, so basically what I am doing today and what I did yesterday in order to basically just reach my goal of getting to $1 million a year in personal profit while only taking calls 3 days a week and keeping my margins above 85%. Last but not least, we do strategy. Today we'll talk about content creation. So basically how I go about creating content, program, serving clients all in one without having to do 3x the work. So I'm pretty excited to show you that. So yeah, let's just dive into questions. We will head over to my YouTube channel here, and then we will go to community, and we will scroll all the way down to when I haven't interacted, which means that this is basically the comment that we need to answer today and everyone else above, right? So we have a question from QB here saying, why did you decide to not promote this channel? Wouldn't it be beneficial to let your existing audience know about it, or are you trying to cultivate a new audience with different intentions? Very, very good question here, bro. So first of all, I wanted to test this channel out on its own. I wanted to show to myself that I could actually stick to it and that I enjoyed doing it. 2 weeks in, I felt very comfortable and I enjoyed the process. I didn't see the daily updates here as a task that I needed to do. It was actually something that I looked forward to because I realized that I was already planning out my time, planning out my day. So I might as well just like show people what I'm doing and brainstorming in public, right? I waited I basically waited 22 days before sharing it with my main audience, because I just wanted to like build a portfolio of videos and be like, I made X amount of money in May, and every single day of May I made a video showing you what I did in order to make the money. So it was a good storyline. It wasn't like, hey, I'm starting this series and then people would end up on an empty channel. I wanted to build a library and then open up. So it wasn't really about cultivating new audience, etc. I'm pretty clear in my messaging, both on main, YouTube, Instagram, all of that, of like what I do and who I attract. But good question, bro. I definitely thought about doing it elsewhere, but I'm happy that I did it this way. Then we have a question here from Gus. Thanks, Fred. I'm really starting to get a clear vision from watching the videos. I'm very happy to hear, bro. One of my key tasks going forward will definitely be to keep up with your daily updates as a little morning routine. I'm stoked to be a part of your morning routine, bro. I'm very happy. Thanks for in-depth answer. Really appreciate it. You need to grant me access. Bro, basically what you do is that you need to just go to File and then press Make a Copy. Then you can edit in your own. All right. Which recording software do you use for daily updates? I use OBS Studio. So it's basically ones that your favorite streamers use and YouTubers for live streaming, etc. But it works extremely well for these updates where you can switch between full screen with just like a few clicks of a button. So OBS Studio, that is the one that I use. Great video, bro. Keep them coming. By the way, do you need a video editor? If so, I don't need a video editor, bro. I have a creative agency and I have a guy helping me with my YouTube edits. So creative agency for short form content, edits, and not yet uploads because I write everything myself, but they edit it for me. And then I have a person helping me with YouTube thumbnails and YouTube editing. So I'm basically all sorted. Thank you, bro. But I wish you all the best with your business. Hey, Jay, bro. Jay's one of my friends. He's a killer. Love the daily updates. Thank you, bro. Just curious, if you wanted to ramp up sales next month, what levers would you pull? More ads, retargeting, content, call to actions. Love the digital coverage, bro. It's super innovative. This is a very, very good question, bro. I really appreciate it, and thank you for this, man. It means a ton. So if I were to ramp up sales next month, what would I do? Well, first I would go through my entire pipeline. So I would look at all of the people that I've DM'd or been in contact with, on calls with, for the past 6 to 9 months. So every single person that I've had a touch point with, I would reach out to them and let them know that I had made a one-time offer for them that would fit their needs. So maybe it would be offering them 1 hour of one-on-one with a do-it-yourself course. It could be giving them 2 months of group access, maybe with a kickoff call. It would be tailoring a package for them. Let's say that I spoke to a guy 3 months ago who struggled with how to hire a sales team. I'd be like, hey bro, I'll give you all my sales team assets and I would give you a call where I show you how to implement it. So like now we're really pushing here for cash collected, right? So like pipeline first. Then I would reach out to all of my existing clients and be like, hey, I'm opening up a few mentorship spots or agency spots next month. I wanted to hear you if you had anyone in your network who could benefit from my help or services. If you do, then I'm happy to give you a referral or a kickback. You realize that a lot of your clients that are happy are willing and able to refer you, especially when you work with coaches, because they are not that small-minded when it comes to referring. For example, an example could be that I work with a few Danish fitness coaches that only sells in Denmark, and a lot of them have network in Norway, Sweden, and internationally, which there is no correlation in competition, right? So I could ask my fitness coaching client Son and be like, hey bro, do you happen to know any fitness coaches in Norway, Sweden who could benefit from the same solution that you have? I'm happy to give you a kickback. And then Son would be like, hey bro, I know this like Norwegian strength coach. He needs some help with acquisition. I can definitely recommend you, right? So I would pull the lever of using all existing clients by incentivizing them to get a kickback, and then get their network. I'm sure that I could find 5 to 10 clients just by pulling that lever. Then I would do a story sequence, pretty hard call to action. So first I would do a hard call to action. A week later I would do a poll, and then I would voice note everyone who answers the poll. So I'd basically be like, what is your main business goal the next 3 months? It could be scale, save more time. It could be start ads, create my new offer. So like make some answers that would fit with the services that I have and what I'm good at. I could also ask, what is your biggest bottleneck right now? Client acquisition, service delivery. I don't know how to scale, or I don't have time. And then I could voice note all of them based on the problem that they had instead of desired situation. And then a hard call to action of like, I'm looking for X amount of people to fill up these spots, yada, yada, yada. So now we have pipeline, referrals, and existing clients, right? Leveraging that. Then we have story call to actions. Then retargeting ads, as you said, bro. Basically just turn up my retargeting budget. So instead of spending 20% of overall ad budget on retargeting, I'll probably triple my retargeting ad spend, if not quadruple. And then I would make specific creatives that is a lot more get started now. Because typically in retargeting, I like to run very value-based content so that I consistently show up for people with good value. Whereas here I would be like you've seen me before and you're on the fence, no need to. And then like make a more specific, really, really problem focused, like let's get going call to action, retargeting. Then when I've done that, I would just turn up ad spend in top funnel. I think those are the 5 things that I would do actually, bro. This was a good little thought experience. Just like leverage all social channels, let people know that we're opening up for business here, So I hope that helped, bro. I wish you all the best. You're crushing it. Just keep going, and then you can basically do anything that you want in life, bro. Just stay consistent, I promise you. Hey Fred, this whole comment thing is very weird. Yes, bro, I haven't seen your comments, so maybe there's something going on. But hey Fred, I'm curious about what platform should I choose. Should I stick to Instagram and do short form, or should I do YouTube? Main goal right now is to do my first international client. You should always do both, bro. The most important thing is that you have a channel for short form content and you have a channel for long form content. The reasons why I always want to have short form content is because the barrier to entry of creating content is lower, and it is an easier way to reach a new audience. And the most important thing is that there is the DM function. So it doesn't really matter if you use LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, as long as you just use a platform where you have the opportunity to have a direct messaging channel with the prospect, then I'm happy. Because this is where you do the more broad, you get people into ecosystem, you can chat with them, and then your YouTube channel, bro, is just nurturing. It is breakdown videos, it is videos showcasing you as the authority that can help people solve their problems. So definitely do both, bro, definitely. It's important. Good question, man. And that was all the comments. I appreciate all the comments. Thank you. Then next step is business stats. So this is the sheet that I fill out every single day. Today is the 4th of June and I always track 1 day behind. So we will go ahead here and make a new column, and then we will head into daily updates, which has 179. Then I'll head over to my main YouTube channel that has 6288. So growth is definitely slowing down. I need to get back on track for my main YouTube channel. My IG here, 21027. Oh, 28, sorry. Nice. I posted a reel yesterday that did quite well, which is nice. Yesterday I didn't make any money and I didn't spend any either. So pretty chill day, I gotta say. If it's your first time here, then you should probably know that I'm not focused on acquisition right now. I'm building my video course and my do-it-yourself aspect of my program. So that is why I'm basically not doing any marketing. I'm not spending any money on ads whatsoever. So that is business growth. You can definitely see that the main YouTube channel is starting to slow down. If we pay attention to these numbers, right, and we compare them to these numbers, you can definitely see also percentage-wise that it is going one day and it is down. So I need to get back on track with the main YouTube channel. I've basically built myself a prison where I make some pretty high quality YouTube videos on my main channel. I'll try to show you. And right now I don't have a consistent video setup. That means that I can continuously basically
Se hvordan vi
so I've
sammen
built myself a prison, and it's stupid, and it's one of the big bottlenecks that I'm trying to figure out. Whether I should just like commit to this setup of more like Loom, down to earth, value breakdown videos, or if I should post less videos that are very high quality. You can see, for example, this intro, right? It's a fucking movie, which is very cool, but I'm not a creative. This is my team that made it. I was involved in the creative process and I enjoyed it a lot. But what I'm the most passionate about and what I'm the best at is my craft. People work with me because I'm really good at what I do and not because I live a fancy life or like this, you know. So people buy me because of the things that I say, right? So I need to find a way of making lower quality videos, lower quality in terms of visuals, but then I need to have a higher output of quality videos and quality in what I'm saying, right? So that is why it's going down on the main channel, because I'm not posting enough. IG, I don't really care about Instagram, to be fair. I just want to post the right content because I know over time I'll attract the right people. I'll try to show you the Instagram video that I posted yesterday. It was this one and it did quite well, as you can see here. I got 29 followers of this video basically on 5k views, right? This basically means that for every 1k views that I get around 5 to 6 followers, which is very high for a very boring head talk video like this, where I break down my thought process of creating a digital coffee shop, right? There's no viral potential there. Daily updates is growing pretty well. I shared it on my main channel, so I think this is the number that we can expect, 3 to 4 subs a day, maybe even less, which is fine. Like, then it means that I'll have more than 1,000 subs within the year on a daily updates channel of highly committed people that spends a lot of time with me, and that is the goal, right? So to-do list for today. Today I did agency payout, so I did all the numbers for my clients, and then I did software, so expenses, and then I paid out my team. Then I finished up my school curriculum, so I basically took my entire curriculum that I built in Notion over the last few months, and now I'm building it out inside of school so that it looks nice. Then I did a video for my community on time management and content leverage. Then I answered all clients in Slack. Yeah, so that's basically what I've done so far today. In 35 minutes from now, I have calls for 4 hours. It is Wednesday, so I take all my calls on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So I just have client calls today, which is cool. And then after that, I'm going to the gym, and then I'm having dinner with my girlfriend and her parents, so my in-laws. Yeah, so it's a very good day. Just super chill. Work, moving the needle in my own business with content, program, clients, client calls, and gym, and then family life, which is how I want to live my life, basically. So that is the to-do list. Yeah. So basically starting from next week, this week is a bit of a mess because I got back from family vacation. So now I'm just like keeping my head above water. But starting from next week, I'm basically back on track with all deadlines, and then I can get locked in my daily routine. I can show you my daily routine actually. Starting from next week. So it looks something like this, which is basically just first 3-4 hours of the day is just me moving the needle for my clients, my program, my content. Then I do calls Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do program or content recordings. Then I hit the gym at 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. Then I answer all clients. Then I plan the next day, and then I spend time with my family. And then I do that 7 days a week. So I love this. I like routines, and yeah, I like to get stuff done. I like to move. I like to build my business. My business is my hobby, so that's why I spend a lot of time on it. So for today's strategy, I just wanted to show you how I go about content creation. I've had a few questions about it from both clients and non-clients. So I just wanted to run you through how I think about content, because my thought process around content creation has changed a lot in the last year. To give you some context, in my previous coaching business, I had 14 full-time employees, and we were doing around 200K a month in cash, so cash collected, not revenue. I only operated my business at around 30% margins, and I had a business partner, which meant that I only kept 15% profit to myself, which wasn't a lot, but it was fine. It was just a lot of work. So we were helping beginners start and scale their own marketing agency, and then we were trying to manage on how we could get to multi 7 figures a year, which means that I was basically living 2 lives, right? I was creating guides on how to manage 50K in ad spend, and then I was teaching people the 5 best hooks they could use in their client short form videos, or how they could get their first client, right? So this meant that I was basically doing double the work. I was creating content for my own business and guides, and then for clients, right? Which is not really sustainable. So what I do now is that I have a topic which I want to talk about or create content about. This could be content creation, personal branding, client delivery, ads, lifetime value, whatever it might be, right? Then I start this process by, first of all, creating a guide internally. So I create an SOP for my own agency, right? I have a done-for agency with 2 partners that does the service delivery side of things. So I create an internal guide on everything I know about this specific topic. Let's give you an example. The topic could be ads, right? So I create an internal guide. Then based on this guide, I create a guide for my community, right? So I write it for my clients based on all the learnings that I have. Based on the guide, I will then create a YouTube video about ads. So instead of giving the implementation away, I basically just tell people the importance of running ads. So what I learned from spending 400K of my own money on ads, how I turn $1 into 10 as a solo consultant, 26 minutes of ads expertise, 3 years experience, something like that, right? Based on the YouTube video, I will then create Instagram Reel scripts, right? So let's say that it was 7 biggest learnings from running ads. That is 7 Instagram Reels. I will rewrite the Instagram Reel scripts for stories, and then I will rewrite it all again more professionally for LinkedIn, right? So now we have done one thing, right? Which was, I want to educate my team, my clients, and myself and my audience on ads. So we took one SOP, turned it into a guide, that was turned into a YouTube video, that was turned into Reels, that was turned into stories, that was turned into LinkedIn, and then we had a flywheel. So I created something once and I leveraged it 6 different ways, right? This right here makes me 6 times more efficient than my competitors. It makes me 6 times more efficient in my day-to-day life, and I get feedback from all areas, because what I'm doing is that I'm attracting people that is similar to me, right? Because I'm just telling people what I'm doing. That's why I have this series here, for example. So this is the process, and it works extremely well. It's you have to change your mindset around creation, because instead of you sitting down and forcing yourself to create content, it should be more natural of you wanting to explain something or help your clients with something, and then that is basically the content creation process. And yeah, it works pretty well. So I just wanted to share this with you. For example, what I'll do now is that I'll take a screenshot of this. I'll send this to my graphic designer, and then I'll tell him to make it look nice. And then I'll take this thing that looks nice, and then I'll make a video for my program about it. Mind blown. And that was it for today's daily update. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you enjoyed this little video here. And then I wish you an amazing day, and then we'll just see each other tomorrow.